Before I start this video, I would like to say that if you like Blemishine's design or personality and you wanted to pull her, go for it. Waifus over meta after all, if there's one. However, if you're still unsure or considering to pull her, this might be a good reference video to make up your mind.
It's been a long night and I can feel your anger. With the city of light.
Welcome everyone to the video where we will take an in-depth look into Blemishine, one of the few guardian operators in the game, also known as healing defenders. She's one of the few offensive guardians that are available right now in the game. Now, obviously guardians aren't known for their combat capabilities, but instead their healing and utilities. However, that doesn't mean Blemmy would shy herself away for being competitive in that category. Let's take a look on her skills and stats. Blemishine at E290 has 3,242 max HP, 581 attack including thrust, 601 defense, and 10 res. She has the highest attack and HP amongst the guardians, while her defense is second to Saria before Saria's talent. Not that the guardian has a wide range of choices in the first place, but the fact that her base stats including trust is comparable to Saria is kinda awesome already. Though when compared to the defender lot, her overall stats are the second lowest in the whole game. Rather squishy for a defender, but since her kit is well healing, it won't hinder her much in holding the front line. Onto skills and talents. Referring from a stat before, we already know that her offensive capabilities are superb. Adding to that, her talents doesn't stop her from both dealing damage and supporting the team. Sword and shield, when deployed, all operators with defensive recovery SP recovery also gain 1 SP when attacking, and also Mercy can attack and will prioritize slumbering enemies. When attacking slumbering enemies, deal 140% damage. Talent 1 is a rather special one, since this is probably the only talent that allows defensive recovery skills to act as offensive recovery as well. Meaning, Blemishine is one of the few operators out there that has 2 model of SP recovery. Some operators or perhaps defenders abuses this talent. Later, we will go in depth into these operators. Mercy on the other hand is a little niche considering how she needs to attack slumbering enemies to proc her bonus damage. But later on when we go over her skills, Mercy would play a core component in one of her skills. Now, her S1 is basically a Saria heal, but it's technically not a Saria heal. The next attack deals 260% physical damage and heals a nearby ally for 150% of Blemishine's attack. Can hold up to 3 charge, and at mastery 3, it costs 4. Now, the scaling is 30% lower compared to Saria's, and it's gated behind attacking an enemy instead of operator's HP. Not a bad skill per se, considering you can deal damage and also heal at the same time, but since it is gated behind her attacks, she would often waste her charge to heal for a fraction of allies' HP when it isn't needed in the first place. In my experience of using Blemmy's S1, it's not reliable enough to heal allies when it counts. However, it does not mean it is bad. Using S1 literally means you want her to scream bloody murder and hold lanes alone, like a champ. To her own, this skill provides enough uptime and damage to let her clear waves of enemies without the help of a healer, meaning in certain scenarios you can low op with her. Go check out H84 low op video, it is very interesting. Now, onto her second skill. Attack plus 110% immediately inflicts slumber to all ground enemies within the same tile as herself. Additionally, heal all nearby allies for 20% of Blemishine's attack every second. Now, remember when I said her Mercy talent would be used on one of her skills? Well, this is the one. Boasting in attack power and utility, this skill is her bread and butter. Consistently proccing Mercy every skill uptime, assuming enemies has 0 armor, we're looking at 1,423 DPS on slumbering enemies. That is kinda high, considering how she's a guardian and not a DPS operator. Also, I wanted to add something. Did you know that operators switch enemies' blocks to whoever closest to them? I did not know this, and I was told recently by a dear friend of mine. By the way, go check his channels out. Really cool and smart AK player, 100%. Anyways, Blemishine has the ability to slumber all enemies that are standing on her tile meaning that if perchance you wanted a way to group enemies and then stall for a little bit, and by the way, you can spam her S2 thanks to how her SP talent and regeneration. You can do shenanigans like this to win the game. But it doesn't stop there, you know, because why not, right? Adding the aura healing to the skill of which, if you don't know, can heal Mudrock and Helliger, S2 has a 244 HPS, or heal per second. To put this into perspective, Nightingale, a 6-star AoE healer, has a value of 147 HPS without skill activate. So during the skill period, Blemishine can out-heal an AoE healer, which is pretty damn nutty considering you probably can use the skill to deal damage, and also the HPS value will go up if there are more allies nearby you. It's pretty insane. But you know, 244 HPS, pfft, yeah right, those are baby numbers compared to her S3. Oh, here it is. Attack plus 110%, defense plus 60%, attack deals additional arch damage equal to 100% of Blemishine's attack, and heal a nearby ally including herself for 100% of Blemishine's attack. Now, before using this skill, you gotta know that Blemmy wouldn't be healing herself. So don't be surprised if a caster blows her up in a matter of seconds. Besides that, this skill is rad. If R's conversion wasn't enough, this skill has a whopping 1016 HPS. Yeah, who would need that high of an HPS, right? Oh, you do, right. What's special about this skill is that no matter what kinds of boss ability or skills they throw at her and her teammates, it just won't do shit. 1k HPS is actually functional in some high difficulty contents, such as contingency contracts or challenge stages. Oh, also, I did mention that she has a defense steroid in her skill, right? So healing her when she's busy handling the enemies isn't a big of a deal. You can expect a lot of good use in this skill, I can guarantee you that. Anyway, so what do you think? Is she worth pulling? Well, in my opinion, she's worth every increments of orundums that I have, just because her E2 art looks bellissimo, very regal and graceful. Oh, her skin too, oh my goodness gracious. But in terms of meta, if there is one, she fills in the role of defensive recovery SP battery, lane holder, enemy grouping, DPS, and heals. Characters such as Liskarm, Hung, Auk, and of course Mudrock especially takes advantage of Blemmy's talent 1 really well. Mudrock and Blemishine is sometimes inseparable for certain strats that requires Mudrock S2 to consistently clear waves of enemies, like our newest H96 that took me 6 hours to clear. Yeah, no joke. Go check my Twitch channel where I do all those dumb mistakes like this. Oh, you're so sexy, Auk. I could kiss you right now. Wait, what? Woo! I love the dog. Oh my god, I love being dog. Ayo, ayo. On twitch.tv/taxes_is_my_pillow. Link in the description below. Anyways, Mudrock can literally spam her skills like there's no tomorrow. It's actually mental. And you might be wondering, how come Auk can't abuse Blemishine's talent 1? Well, the simple answer to that is Auk's S2 and S3 friendly fire are regarded as hits and acts as a battery to Blemishine. Not that this interaction is limited to Blemmy, but instead the whole defensive recovery SP model as a whole. In times where she needs to deal damage or heal with her skills, for example S3, Auk can literally shoot her during the downtime to fill up her SP bar, which is kinda nuts considering how you can use this interaction to basically burst down a boss in a matter of seconds. Besides that, utility wise she has a lot, and you can take advantage of this in many situations, so get creative. Now, I know some people would compare her to Saria because both of them are guardians, so we should compare her. Now that is true, but only half of them. Blemmy and Saria are way too different to each other, considering that they are in the same category as Guardians. Does Saria has the capabilities to hold lanes on her own, or DPS a boss down with her scalings? No. Does Blemmy has arts amplification or universal SP charge on heal? No. There are multitudes of factors and reasons as to why you cannot compare the two. It is just not fair. A fish cannot be compared to a monkey in a climbing contest. That is just moronic. But the decision of you to bring or help her on a mission completely falls upon your own. Can Blemmy help me deal with this map's gimmick? Do I need a reliable source of healing and debuffs to kill the boss? Your choice. But all in all, meta does not exist, smug Blemmy awakes, and I hope your pull goes well. May luck be on your side. Godspeed, soldiers. Oh, also, don't forget to subscribe, and I almost forgot. Whoa! Perlico!